Sorry I'm late, y'all.
From the campus of the Phoenix Center for the Arts, this is RadioPhoenix.org Phoenix.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Mom.
This is Diva D
Sorry, y'all.
at Radiocast. Coming to you here.
Got my jacket on right now, so I want to say, what's up, everybody?
It is.
How y'all doing?
Here. And also, everybody is know this is a very holy season.
I am.
It's called
very elated to be here today.
I know you never heard that, but
sorry I'm late.
Heard it on the Yaggah.
Sorry I'm late.
Moving here with my brother, Fine as Fox.
I'm so late right now. I don't know what to do right now. So
Number 18. Brand new banger.
it's a new banger right now. It's a new banger right now that we got. Hey, so thanks for everybody for joining us today, Mr. Clean B. Gonna lay banger back. Whoa. What's up, everybody? Hey. Whoa. Don't let that for you. What? We in the building. Oh. What? Hey, yo. Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Mom, yo. Give a shout out to my mom right there real quick. Yes, indeed. She's getting younger, but every year, man. Happy birthday, Mom. Hey. Happy birthday, Mom. 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 Hey. Woo. And the building, baby. Woo! I'm just saying right now. I'm so happy right now. Hey. So I'm late right now. I'm late. Woo! We're in the building, baby. We're in the building. Pressure the love and support right now. I'm tired today. I want to take a break. Right now, but I'm so tired right now. But I gotta give y'all what y'all need. Mr. Clean B on the microphone. I said, what's up? Hey! Put up the sound now. Let's start the show. Oh yeah. I'm tired today. I am tired today. But I'm back for y'all because Mr. Clean B is in the building. Welcome to the Yaggah Radiocast. Big shout out to Will Leroy. Big shout out to my Sego. Big shout out to Mojave. Big shout out to everybody out there. I know y'all getting your Christmas packages ready. Y'all gonna bring some gift to the Yaggah Radiocast. They just heard number 18 because we are going up to the 18 top right now. Tripa, ce n'est pas bien, most definitely all over from the African coast. I got some top 18 coming up. I want you to stay tuned, most definitely. Big shout out to Elizabeth Pitt, most definitely. Big shout out to Radio Phoenix. So far, to say everybody, man, my voice is gone right now, and I'm tired right now. But you know what? I got what you need. Because Mr. Clinton is in the building, and I got some stuff that I would like to share, because I know we got some tragedy that just happened earlier, besides the impeachment. Yes, indeed, your president might get impeached. But we get some shooting happening in California, so I'm gonna be able to definitely talk about it. I got some sambusas, I got some wine. Afro diaspora at Pascantina today. You already know. Let's go with the top request, y'all. Yaggah movement. Woo! Yeah.
Number 17.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out there, y'all join Mr. Clean B. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Elevate my spirit, because I'm tired right now. No complaints, no complaints, no complaints, no complaints. Hey! Hey, yo, man. I'm just saying right there, whatever you go through life, you know what I'm saying? Just stay strong, you don't complain. You know what I mean? Don't complain about anything. You know what I'm saying? Take everything to the heart, to the spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? And fight for what's right, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do. No complaint. You know what I'm saying? Number 17 right now. Young Turner. Yes, indeed. I'm going to make sure I post every artist that I broadcast, so y'all know who is being playing via Radio Phoenix. So please follow me up via RadioPhoenix.org. I appreciate everybody out there. I'm trying to have some coffee because I'm trying to be awake right now. So thank y'all for joining me, most definitely. Big shout out to Zola Club last Friday, most definitely, man. Big shout out to Open Mic, most definitely, man. Big shout out to everybody out there doing that big thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired right now, all right? I'm tired. But I got some sambusas, you know what I'm saying? I got some wine. Let's make it happen, all right? You know what I'm saying? Facebook, YouTube, what up? You know how we do. Appreciate the love and support out there, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay off this weather right now. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say everybody, thank y'all for joining me. Y'all can see me via Radio Phoenix, Performance Entertainment right now. If you like my hoodie, let me know if you like it. You know what I mean? That's how we do. That's how we do out here. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate the love and support. Number 16, y'all. Number 16. Number 16, big up to our gift, Musafu, my lover, most definitely, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it up, keep it hot, you know what I mean? So appreciate the love and support right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everybody out there, man. Bless your love, bless your unity, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Love one another, man. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't tell that I love you, I love you, man. If I forgot about it, I'm sorry, but I love you, all right? So I want to let you know, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I got you. I got you. Y'all I got to put my top right now. Wish everybody out there showing support was happening. Radio Phoenix. Yes, indeed. All right. I guess I got to get that on too. So I got you, boss man. I got you, man. Hit me up, man. Hit me up, boss man. Big up to Will Leroy, man. Most definitely, man. Support the movement, man. Support the movement. You know what I mean? I know I've been mixing in action. You know what I mean? You know, and I know a lot of y'all out there are probably like wondering if you're trying to hit me up. You know what I mean? But I appreciate all the love and support out there, man. You know, so like I said, God is good all the time. So please just collaborate with me. I got you put it right here because I got it over there. I got to put it right in there. Here you go. So y'all can see me. There you go. Can y'all see me like this? Am I good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good right there. All right. So I'm good right this, man. I'm good. Hey. Baby girl, you're my number one. Give me all that loving. Baby girl, my number one. Oh my God! Guess in the building? Yo, who is in the building? I know y'all. Guess in the building right now. Y'all in the building right right now. Sorry, dude. Sorry, did I say at the airport? I said the flocking building. The flocking building. For the culture in the building, y'all. For the culture in the building. West, y'all. East Coast, West Coast, North, South. We all in here, man. Yes, indeed. You know what I'm saying? This is the Tupac biggest stuff, okay? For the culture in the building right now, baby. Yes, indeed. I gotta make sure I say my prototype right now. Yes, indeed. DJ Amy. Yes, indeed. I already know. This one they stay busy all the time. Stay busy all the time. All right, man. I need to man. African food, all right, man. African food, we do that some samosas. You know
the way you look fine, you take one, but don't see go. Don't do me, girl. Let me let them see your bumbo. Somebody tell your uncle, Alila iti mabino fi beto. Alila ana ma iti choko na bala busoko. Original in a free disco, open ala we soko. Ah yeah, you make me ah yeah. So why you dance so? You put me so. Ah yeah, you make me say ah yeah. The way you dance so. My girl, you know so. See how you beauty. No one can love me that you sing. The way you go, you make me fall for your body. Just you got so cool. God knows how you got so cool. Baby, give me so cool. I love you, that don't go. If I know them bring the bump up, don't go. Over straight my gun, yes and go. So cool. You make me high. The way you dance so cool. You put me
right now. Let's put some hot song right now. Let's put some music right now real quick. Y'all already know the Yaggah Radiocast in the building. All right.
Just no trust. Oh, sorry, are you down? Kick it with me. Sorry, are you down? Get it drink. Sorry, are you feeling me like I think? Are you feeling me like I do? Sorry, are you down? Kick it with me. Sorry, are you down? Get it drink. Sorry, are you feeling me like I think?
Sorry, I'm not guy, the fly guy, but can you be my better half? Girl, your smile light up the sky. I don't get why you leave the beauty on shy. I gotta stay with you, I came for pulling my feeling aside. Plus I left my ego and pride low and dry. I really want you to be my high. Come along, let's share my life. I gotta give this easy love to try. And you wear a more star. Yeah, show the space in your heart. Let me be the one to occupy. Clearly it's early, but I gotta give this feeling some air. Cause I can tell from your reaction when you're scared. It's okay though, I could be your innocent, but my love is nothing to fear. Surely come along, let's take this flight. Why where I'm cursing and pulling the light. Look deep into my eyes, I want you to be where my search for love stop. But in order for me to do that, I gotta make you mine. So you now I can only hope you feeling me like I do you. Are you feeling me like I do you? Surely this is about me and you. This is about me and you.
Oh, shawty, are you down? Kick it with me, shawty, are you down? Get a drink, Hey, shawty, are you feeling me like I do? Are you feeling me like I do? Shawty, are you down? Kick it with me, shawty, are you down? Get a drink, Hey, shawty, are you feeling me like I do? You feeling me? I gotta make you mine. I wanna make you mine. Shawty, wanna make you mine. I wanna hold you down. I gotta make you mine. I wanna make you mine. I wanna make you mine. I know it's down.
Swear.
So this right here, yo, you already know. I told you already. It's going down next week. It's going down next week, y'all. Yes, indeed. It's going down next week. Hey! Man, you already know, man. Unity all day, man. Hey, yo. Jesse. Somebody say what's good, Jesse. We're gonna have one. I'm not my mother's watching some birthday. Happy birthday. Twice on you, I see you. If I do it, we see you. You know what I'm saying? We miss you too. Alright, but we see you. I got my logo, you know what I'm saying? West, that's how we represent, bro. We still fly like something. Hey, wow. Whoa. Unity is everything right now. Unity is everything, y'all. You know what I mean? Yo, I'll make sure y'all can see us. Y'all can see us live and direct. Hold on, make sure. Can y'all see us like this? Alright, I hope y'all can see us right now. Appreciate the love and support. We got some music. Shine your eyes. We want some reggae. We want some music coming from the sky. We want some reggae. We want some music coming from the sky. We want some good vibes. We want to dance to some reggae. We want to jump to some reggae. Because the reggae is how we are stealing down the nation. Let me if you get ready. Who will give you some more steady? Don't go there to dance to stamina. If you wanna dance to some time, we want some good vibes. We want some reggae. We want some music coming from the sky. We want some good vibes. We want some reggae. We want some music coming from the sky. We want some good vibes. We wanna move on the reggae. Of Mr. Bob Marley. We wanna jump on the reggae. Of Mr. Barney. You wanna jump on the reggae. Of Mr. One for money. We wanna move on the reggae. Of Mr. Chicken Jar. We go to reggae and to rise spiritually. I am meditation. Up to the revolution. We put it in the lobby. We want some good vibes. We want some reggae. We want some music coming from the sky. We want some good vibes. We want some reggae. We want some music coming from the sky. We want some good vibes.
10.
Africa, unite. We are one. One love. Malawi, Senegal, Botswana, Congo. Africa, unite. We are one. Malawi, Senegal, Botswana, Congo. Africa, unite. We are one. We are one. We are one. Africa unite. We are one. We are one. We are one. Africa unite, we are one. We are one. Oh na na na. Oh na na na. Africa unite, we are one. We are one. We are one. Africa unite, we are one. Malawi, Senegal, Botswana, Congo. Africa unite, we are one. Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Namibia, we are one. Don't discriminate against each other. Politically, socially, racially, economically. Oh, tribally, tribally. Ghana, Cameroon, we are one. We are one. We are one. Okay, Africa, we are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. Africa, we are one.
Hey, I appreciate everybody coming through. Okay, but we're here right now. Radio Phoenix. So let me happen. I got my brothers right now. So I know some of y'all probably wondering what's going on. Why Mr. Clean is here? You know what I'm saying? What's happening? What's happening in your hood, in your city? I got for the culture in the building, y'all. Yes, indeed. Kids Daniel, November 23rd. Yes, they come and show some love and support. I don't know what you're doing out there, but I do it to show love, y'all. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. I want to touch on some subject today. You know, that what happened in California and we are one. We are one. Africa unite, we are one. Okay. Thank y'all for joining us today. We're gonna keep it up serious today, y'all. We are one. We are one. One. Yes. Mr. Clean PM back in the building for the culture just arrived. They enjoy the good wine and the sambusa that I just brought for my brothers and my sisters. The boss lady in the building was definitely big shout out to the for the culture. Now you already know Radio Phoenix, we were back in the building, y'all. So I do appreciate everybody out there showing up to Radio Phoenix was definitely. And you already know, we got the kids, Daniel, you know what I'm saying, coming up next week, November the 23rd. You already know, man. I'm just going to be ready. I'm very excited for this event. Not just for that event, but I'm just excited for, for the diaspora, pretty much progressing out here, making moves and, contributing to the community. So please pay attention. Put that in your calendar, November the 23rd. It's going to be at the press room. Kids, Daniel, most definitely going to be live, y'all. Now, before we jump on to the next music that we're going to continue with the top 18 requested, because we just jumped on from this top 16 to the top 18. So big up to everybody out there who are requesting the music, and also big up to everybody out there who are contributing, to the community, promoters, DJs, and everybody out there who are doing something good. Now, for those out there who are probably following the news, there are two things that really grabs my brain this past few weeks. Pretty much, I know the impeachment inquiry of the resident of the White House. aka Orange Head, as they call him. You know what I'm saying? I gotta respect the office, so I can't really say nothing about him. But what really got to me is the shooting that just happened recently in Santa Clarita, California. Now, for those out there who are probably keep on saying, "Oh, Mr. Clean B, Mr. Clean B," there you go again with your gun talk. There you go again with your little gun control, la da da da. You know, I understand. You know that it's getting tiresome to talk about gun control. You know, it's getting tiresome to to see innocent people dying and losing their lives per se. But I just want to touch on something because I know we have the election coming up. You know, we got all those folks who are running for office who are pretty much are telling everybody about their medical health care, job left and right. Now, for the past few days, Santa Clarita High School has been under an incident with a good shooting. Of course, we are getting used to, shootings, massacre everywhere in this nation, this great nation, and I'm not sure when will that stop. I'm not sure when will those our constituent who who represent us and in our region, in our community, and our states. When is it going to be time for them to be able to put laws into place? Now we all can talk about gun control and mental issue. We can talk about when someone when we can bring race when it comes to gun, because I'm pretty sure that when I speak to my brothers and sisters, my minority brothers and sisters, they always get this idea that if they have a gun control, then the first thing that will target will be African Americans and the rest of the minorities by taking their guns away, which I understand that aspect of it. But what I'm trying to understand is, when is it okay for someone to go and grab a weapon and artillery, whether they're mentally ill or not? When is it okay for them to go and be able to, be mad and start spreading bullets amongst innocent lives around? When is it okay for a politician to realize that, maybe we need to put some laws into place for all those Democrats who are running for the next president of the White House to replace the current president? Because I'm neither Democrats or Republican. I feel that both parties are becoming so tribal. Both politics status are becoming so divided to the point that now it's time for the people to choose the right person. And we need to focus on that aspect where we are losing innocent, we are losing our kids in the name of protecting our gun rights. We are losing our mothers, we are losing innocent folks in the name of protecting our gun rights. I'm not so sure when will that change. I'm not so sure when are we all going to realize that until he hits our family, until he hits one of our peers close to us, then we're all going to come and start, coming together and start writing proposition or doing petitions to where now we're going to be able to, have some type of gun laws. How is this so fascinating that how in all around the world, the United States is the #1 nation when it comes to massacre, shooting, gun shootings and all that. And it keeps on growing. From 2012, we had over 200 shootings. 2019, we have over 370 massacre shootings happening in this country. More than Canada, more than even Russia. We all want to call Russia, communist or whatnot, or authoritarian. But how come this great nation has more accident murderers that we can't be able to control? And all we see is a bunch of politicians who are going, in Congress and pretty much lying to the American people, man. Lying to the American citizen, man. Lying to the American people, man. Lying to the American citizen, man. Lying each and every day, talking about, we still gotta control our guns. We still gotta make sure that, they don't take your rights away. They don't talk about let me, be responsible about it. We got high school kids. We got 12-year-old kids who carry guns in school. And all we want to do is home teachers or have a bunch of policemen in schools to bring more police, system into the school district. We don't do that on the north side, on the west side of of the city. But when it comes to the urban side or the poverty side, we gotta make sure that these black kids or these Mexican kids or these Latino kids gotta be protected. We gotta make sure we watch them because they're always ready to get guns. I can bring race to this, but this has nothing to do with race. We have to pay attention to those out there who are mentally ill. That's number one. Because I can be here and say, oh, this young man, went and, they want to find out what's wrong with him. So I can be angry about that. And I can create that device, but that's not the issue here. The issue is, when are we all going to wake up? When are we all going to walk to our constituent and let our peoples know enough is enough? We cannot allow, you guys cannot allow guns to be running everywhere. To where someone who's not responsible to carry a weapon will walk to a Walmart or walk to school, start killing innocent lives, and then the first thing you're gonna do is, lost lives and whatever that's been happening for the past years. Anyone that's running from now to 2020, November 3rd, 2020, and for those out there who are voting, for those out there who fears that what to do with a weapon. You got Belgium. You have, you have, Canada. You have, Saudi Arabia. You got all these countries who, even Mexico. We could talk about Mexico having all those, murders, a cartel, whatever, or bring that little news that happened and rest in peace to the Mormon family. But we cannot talk about domestic acts of murder happening. Like our kids are getting killed out here. Like I'm in Phoenix. You hear all those kids, on the west side, on the south side, on some on the east side who are depressed. They're looking for an answer, and the one answer that they are finding is killing in life and killing themselves or going to jail and plead insanity, man. And then we have our politicians who all they do is take money from us because we pay them with our taxes, of course. Lying be happening. We should have moral laws, common sense laws to protect all of us. And I'm not sure when I'm going to realize that fact. Until everybody gets killed, and then we realize, oh man, okay, now that my brother got killed, I want to go to my congressman and my congress lady and tell them, please ban weapons everywhere. Over 390 acts are norm into our society, man. It's ridiculous, man. It's so unfortunate because this is not the America that I know. This is not the America that I know. You can have the Bloomberg guy who wants to run for president who talking about how he needs to take away guns from black kids in New York because he thinks that black kids and Latino kids, are not responsible. But now it's a deeper issue right now. It's a deeper issue that we're dealing with. Because now we don't want to help the mental illness, because now we don't want to help our brothers who are mentally ill. So what they're going to do? Oh, you don't want to help me? Go get a weapon and go and kill innocent lives. The election shouldn't be about just healthcare. Shouldn't just be about infrastructure of America. We have a great issue that we are dealing with out here in this country. We need to protect our kids, and for that, we need to have constitutional laws to have a background check again, a background check again. It doesn't mean someone's going to take your guns away. It means we need to protect each other, man. We need to protect each other, man. And I'm done with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with this. So, Mr. Clinby, for the culture, they're about to be in the building right now. We're going to have this live interview, y'all. It's the government Radiocast. You already know how we do. So, we're going to keep it moving, keep the top 18 requested artists in Phoenix, Arizona. So I love you, everybody. If I didn't tell you I love you, I love you. And before I go, I want to give a big shout out to my mom. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna give my mom her government name. Yes, her name is Kali's Blow G. Yeah, I'm not gonna say her last name because I don't know who you are out there. But yeah, my mom is still, she's turning 35 again. You know what I'm saying? She's turning 35. So la vieille, si tu m'entends, joyeux anniversaire, maman. Que Dieu te bénisse. Merci, merci de ta prospérité. Merci pour ton amour. Merci pour ta protection. And for everybody out there that wants to know what I'm saying, I'm just saying my mom that I love her and thank her for the protection and prosperity. My mom is everything to me. And for those out there who probably don't realize why Mr. Clean Beat is like this, it's because of my mom. If you go to my page, if you know who I am truly, it's because that woman is the reason why I stand tall today. She's the reason why I respect all women. Even the women out there who don't respect me, I gotta respect it because of that woman. She's the reason why I appreciate every woman. I sincerely, I bow to a queen. You know what I'm saying? She's the reason why I respect every queen. If it wasn't for her right now, I would be a different man. I'd be a different dude. I'd be an idiot. If it wasn't for her, I'd be an idiot. But I want to say, Mama, je t'aime, merci pour ton amour, merci pour tes prières chaque jour. I love you, Mom, and I want to say thank you for being there for me in this country for all these years. I definitely will see you. Happy birthday. Sing some of that okra and goat meat and fufu, Mama. You already know 2020, we're coming, baby. Ah! Hey! Happy birthday! All right. Y'all gonna be in the building. It's time for everybody to get up and get your seat. Get your mother seat right now.
Nine.
Let me in. Let me get it in. Let me get it in. What if I tell you that I miss you? Will you let me in? And I really wanna kiss you. Let me get it in. What if I tell you that I love you? Will you let me in? And I really wish I had you. Let me get it in. What if I tell you the only one for me? From the bottom of my heart that I need you. Let me get it in. What if I tell you I wanna please you? Will you let me in? I will never tease you. Let me get it in. Let me in a tata. Get it in a bumper. Let me in a tata. Get it in a bumper. Let me in a tata. Get it in a bumper. Let me in a tata. Get it in, let me get it in a bumper. I met a girlfriend, face big booty, and you really into. And you try to let her know how you feel, but all she ever do is this you. Let me in a tata. Get it in, let me get it in a bumper. Baby, tell me what I gotta do. I will show you what it's mouth to. You can teach you where you wanna go. You can teach you what you don't know. Me the baddest in the game, run track after track, baby girl, if you don't know. You can take you on the wall, by your diamonds and pearls, shit that you into. Say vis-a-vis, face to face, for the bumper to bumper. I got money to the ass, but you know by the shows, do not be a bouncer. Say baby, when you give it up, if only for a night when you live it up. Let me in a tata. Let me get it in a bumper. Let me in a tata. Get it in a bumper. Let me in a tata. Get it in a bumper.
Crazy.
In a tata.
All right. We see you guys. We see you. We see you. We see you. We see you.
Them rude girls.
Hey, this shit's crazy. Wiggle, that's not a flow, baby girl, where you from? Now that you want for more, this shit.
Not a black
song,
Next one.
like that, she doing it like so I tell her that I like that.
All right.
She moving to the right, she moving to the left, so I tell her bring it right back.
Hey.
She going non-stop, but she moving to the top.
All right. We're gonna go 18, y'all.
She jump on the
We're going
pool,
18.
round the pool, but she making out booty drop. Wiggle, I'm so nice. Jiggle, don't stop.
All right.
When you rumble, and you handle, you're in trouble. The way you shaking it make me wanna get it. Your hips don't lie, make me wanna grab it. Your body so soft, make me wanna grease it. Staring at me like what it's gonna be.
What if I tell you that I miss you? Will you let me in? And I really wanna kiss you. Let me get it in. What if I tell you that I love you? Will you let me in? And I really wish I had you. Let me get it in. What if I tell you the only one for me? From the bottom of my heart that I need you. Let me get it in. What if I tell you I wanna please you? Will you let me in? I will never tease you. Let me get it in.
Hey! DJ Amy, I'm telling y'all.
Let me
in the building, baby.
Get it in a bumper. In a tata. Get it in a bumper. In a tata. Get it in a bumper.
Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Hey. Okay. Let me get this work right here real quick. My bad, y'all. My bad. Hey. Ooh, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah.
She wanna have fun at a party. Champagne and pop bottles, yeah. Get wild and naughty. Big juice, she loves you innocent, yeah. I must have all my guys. She got to throw all the carry-on. We about to turn it up. Party hard to the early morning. Rock it slow to the tempo. Baby got loco. Rock it slow to the tempo. Let you go find, yeah, she pretty. One time for real one. She wanna get it on with me. For all my money, my damn. She got the liquor in her. Got the big bag of ganja. I left one dancer. She feeling on me, I forgot. When you go low, baby, slow mo. The body so exciting. Give me body, yo, baby. When you go low, baby, slow mo. The body so enticing. Give me body, yo, baby. Baby girl, rock it slow to the tempo. Baby girl,
Okay, let me stop right there. This is a type of party for y'all. For the culture in the building. For the culture is in the building. What can I say? All right. So we got some artists performing November the 23rd. Get your tickets November the 23rd. Don't get it on the day. Get it before the day. Okay? Before the day. All right?
the body so inviting. Give me body, yo, baby. Your body so enticing. Give me body, yo, baby.
Alright, let me stop. Because some of y'all might think it's something else in here, alright? It's not a type of party, y'all. Hey. Go low.
Baby, rock your slow to the tempo.
7.
Thank you for your support. Thank you.
I feel lost without you. I don't know what to do. Can you help me figure it out? I feel lost and confused. I don't know where to go. Can you help me figure it out? Oh,
I need you. Hey, girl, I need you. Call me 602-354-8823, girl. Call me my number, because I need you right now. I need you. I need you so we can play video game.
I feel lost without you.
I'm just playing, y'all. I don't want you to think I'm crazy.
Figure it out. I feel lost and confused.
I don't know what's
I
going on.
don't know where to go. Can you help me figure it out? Oh,
I need you.
oh, I need you. Oh,
I need you.
oh,
I need you.
I am broken pieces, trying to figure out my life. Can you help me figure it out? I am broken pieces, trying to figure out my life. Can you help me figure it out? Figure it out, figure it out. Oh, I need you. Oh, I need you. Oh, I need you. Oh, I need you. I am glad you found me. Now my life is complete. You help me figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. I am glad you found me. Now my life is complete. You help me figure it out, figure it out, figure it out.
Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook, Instagram. I see you. I need you.
Oh, I need you. Oh, I need you. Oh, I need you. I need you.
All right.
6.
Oh la la la. Why like you that party? Why like you that on the boat? It's something that's a below. You making the lolly believe in me, can't get it. Push up for that girl. Girl, you know that I want it. Baby, me money now. So make me feel some good tonight. Push up for that girl. Girl, you know that I want it. Baby, me money now. So make me feel some good tonight.
Feeling your energy, look what you done to me. Just like a man, need your clothes, I come to me. Not just like a book, and the way how you work it, girl, you got me feeling. Oh, what a wonderful feeling. Raise me up, I like to see it. Girl, I got to reveal, you know the deal. Then she twist and she turn and she turn and she twist. Back it up, pull me closer, then I know this way.
Next Saturday.
When me push it up, up in
Push up for that girl. Girl, you know that I want it. Baby, me money now. So make me feel some good tonight. Push up for that girl. Girl, you know that I want it. Baby, me money now. So make me feel some good tonight. You know what I want, you know what I need. I'm fucking you daily without the condom and I'm hoping you breathe. I know what I want, I know what I need. Just give me your baby, you give me your baby, your soul never that I believe. Shut up for that girl, you know that I want. Baby, me money now, so let me be so shut up for that girl. Alright, let me get back. Slow it down here, my bad. Sorry, I'm not here. Getting too excited. Woo! Let me see your work. Let me see that party work. Okay. 7. Push up for that girl. Girl, you know that I want it. Baby, me money now. So let me feel some good tonight. Push up for that girl. Girl, you know that I want it. Baby, me money now. So let me feel some good tonight. You know that I like it. When you think about it, when you ride it. When you can try to sign it. You good body, don't make it tough and mind it. He love the money, you pick to the bone, and you feel free. Put down to your knees, so fat, you know what, don't live on for me. Don't be baby, come be a top class. Who would be if I should get a job chance? One night champion with a stop class. They have to come over with a lap dance. Push up for that girl. Girl, you know that I want it. Say, baby, money now. So let me feel some hot tonight. Push up for that girl. Girl, you know that I want it. Baby, money now. So let me feel some hot tonight.
5.
General, cool word, Jeffrey. If you wanna leave me, let me go with you. If you wanna
There is no place I want to go if you wanna leave me. Let me go with you if you wanna leave me. Natural girl, I wanna go with you. Oh, I don't know why she's dancing you in the middle of the night. She's calling you, telling you that I'm chasing her. Please don't listen to her. She wants us separate. Don't let her get between us, love. She's telling you all the shit, love. You are my pretty love. She's my nothing. Oh, I wanna live with you. You know, I wanna give me chance to be myself. Living through the years, time after time, living, wasting my years.
I'm just saying.
All I know, love is real.
Right there.
Not afraid to show exactly how I feel. I can't let it go. No, I wanna be with you, darling. You know, I wanna need a chance to be myself. If you wanna leave me, let me go with you. If you wanna leave me, there is no place I want to go. If you wanna leave me, let me go with you. If you wanna leave me, natural girl, I wanna go with you. No diamond, no gold can equal the love I have for you. You're hurting me. Just leave me alone. Go away. No.
No swearing, y'all. No swearing. All right. We got.
I wanna hear you, darling. You know, I wanna give me a chance to be myself.
We back in the building. Oh, we're back in the building. Oh, we are back in the building.
Yo.
Mr. Clean B. I want to say hello. I got my son Busa in the house. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, we got some Busa in the house, y'all. We got for the culture in the house, y'all. For the culture. You already know how we do. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Clean B. He's so excited because, you know, I got my brother already. We had a special interview earlier. And, you know, it was kind of a adult interview. You know what I'm saying? But this time, he's back in the building, was definitely. You know what I'm saying? But he brought some special friends. And big shout out to the boss lady in the background. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure who's really in the background. Is this the boss lady or you? It's like Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. Yeah, you live, brother. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
But you know, we got this special interview, so I want you to join us. But before we jump on, I'd like to let you know that support for Radio Phoenix comes in part from Gibson. Since 1977, Gibson has provided books, gifts, and self-help program and support for Valley residents recovering from addiction. 2 locations are available. One at 7th Street, just south of Bethany Home in Phoenix, and the other at Scottsdale Road and Shea in Scottsdale. For more information, you can go to 602-277-5256, or go search for Giftsland on Facebook, and it's pronounced Gifts None, most definitely. And also, November the 30th, I also will be at the AfriSoul Live, hosting the Yaggah Radiocast with Desert Soul Live Radio Phoenix and the whole family. And also, too, I'm going to let you know, this is a Case Daniel week. So get your tickets. If you can, get your tickets. We're going to make sure we share all the information. I want to give a big shout out to African Fest USA for the culture. Also Fly Boys and many more who contributed to the Case Daniel for coming, for actually having the
PHX.
Oh yeah, I mean everybody. You know, I know it's more than everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, but I appreciate everyone who contributed, because Case Daniel will be here next Saturday, November the 23rd. You could get your tickets. I'm just saying, get your tickets. And you can see me. If you see me online on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, you already know I got my flyer right here. I don't know, you know, this is YouTube right here, and that's me, and that's Facebook right here. That's Radio Phoenix, and this is Instagram right here. This is the Instagram right here, the gram. Because Instagram doesn't give us likes anymore and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. You know what I'm saying?
Did they get rid of it yet?
Well, no, actually, they keep on testing that up. They keep on saying that they want to see how people will react, because I never realized that people actually pay to get likes. Never realized that.
It's a problem.
I don't know. I mean, man. I mean, we're gonna jump on a lot of things, but I appreciate Jesse for coming through, brother, man. What it do, man? What it do?
Man.
Yes.
Blessings on blessings.
Yes, indeed. For the culture, the building. I know we got the boss in the building. Shout out to the boss lady. Yes, indeed. Blessing. And of course, we got for the culture family. I know one, especially because he's the most famous DJ out here in Arizona region. But I got this brother right here that just bought like me, you know what I'm saying? Yes. But I know I'm trying to get through this beer right now, the beer gang. Gang. You already know how we do. Yes. So please introduce yourself and where you're from, boss man. Yaggah.
Yeah, Nigeria in the house.
West, y'all. West. It's the West, you know what I'm talking about? The West, yes indeed. Get that money, West. Yes indeed. Nigeria in the building. You know what I'm talking about?
So I'm a maker, I'm the founder and executive director for Lagos Phoenix.
Yes.
Welcome. We have African Fest.
We got African Fest. See, I just said African Fest earlier, and then all of a sudden, pop, see, surprise, everybody, surprise, suckers. Yes, indeed. So we got Nigeria in the building. So where you from, man? So Nigeria, and then what do you do? I know you for the culture, so I know everybody got a position. So what? So what's your position for the culture?
It's a partnership, you know, to try to bring culture to Arizona. The founder of Lagos Phoenix,
yes,
which is trying to bridge the gap between fashion and culture. We're trying to showcase African fashion, which I see you. I see you.
I'm sure. I was ready because I knew Jesse was coming. You know what I'm saying? So I told myself, I gotta stay ready. I'm not gonna allow this brother to let me dress like a professional UP. I mean, I love professional money, but this brother always looks like a $5,000. You know what I'm saying? At the time. So I figured, look, man, let me call my brother real quick and get this, invest in his fashion and hoop. There it is, right here, brother.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
Bring the culture back out here, fix Arizona. You know what I'm saying? And we need that most definitely. So, hey, man, I ain't gonna say the name. You already know. You gotta speak up because this is the first time out here, and I'm glad that you actually came to Radio Phoenix. I'm very, very elated, to see you out here to Radio Phoenix, and welcome to Radio Phoenix. I ain't gonna say anything, y'all. Y'all already know who that is. If y'all can see me through Instagram and YouTube, you know who that is. But I'm gonna let the brother reintroduce himself, like Jay-Z said. Yaggah.
Yo. This is DJ Philo. That's how you all know me. I'm here representing for the culture DJs. So we're here to promote the Case Daniel show. It's 1 week from today.
1 week.
1 week.
1 week.
So we will be getting into details later, but I'm glad to be here. First time here, excited. So we gotta get the word out there. Well, Case Daniel is on his way.
He's on his way. So how you guys enjoy the wine, by the way? How was the wine in the samosas? Did you get some wine, brother?
I did. It's a little bit too early.
Oh no! We have one, yo. Look, man, look, we have one. All right, we got one in the afternoon, and then I got one of my favorite boss men of all bosses out here in Phoenix, Arizona, man. One of the top dog for African Fest USA. You know what I'm saying? Boss man, Andy Bow, you already know. It wasn't a surprise for me to see you right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to say thank y'all for bringing me the surprise. I thought this was Christmas. Christmas is not till like next month, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's already Christmas, and you here already. What's going on, boss man? What's going on, man?
How are you?
Man, how you live? I know last time I spoke to you, you were out somewhere in Europe, making, living life, man, enjoying your life and everything, man. How's business, boss man? How's business, man? How's business?
Good. Everything is good.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm glad to see y'all, man, because I already, the special events, Kids Daniel, creative event. I mean, I believe that's probably one of the main events of the year, and I'm glad that for the culture, African Fest, and every outlets, every networkers come together to actually bring the artists. And before we even jump on the Kids Daniel, now I want to ask you all a little bit of background because this is America, and the Yaggah Movement Radiocast is about the diaspora, and it's about us promoting each other and kind of rebrand the continent in our own term.
Right.
And I know I have a story. I tell folks, they say the Yaggah Movement Radiocast. What does it mean? I always tell them the Yaggah Movement Radiocast means you are humble and gifted as a human being. Yaggah means positivity, and we all came from challenges from our background to come in a territory to where we can prosper for the culture. African Fest. I mean, Kids Daniel. To me, that's prosperity right there. Now, I have a question to ask. How did Kids Daniel came to play? Because that's what everyone asking. Like, what was the idea? What was the birth of Kids Daniel on November 23rd? Because everybody asking now, okay, the genius, I should say, the creme de la creme, I say, you know what I'm saying?
So, shout out to Omen African Market, by the way. We forgot to get that plug in right there. You know what? There was a lot of thought. We knew we wanted to bring an artist down from Africa. We were asking timing wise who the best person to bring to launch Afrobeats to Arizona, like a big concert. And Kids just happened to be that guy. There was so many hits, after hit after hit after hit. You can sit there and there's like 15 hits that you're not even realizing that it's Kids Daniel, and that's the one bringing that music to you. And we wanted to provide a good show. We wanted to provide a show that was going to last, at least an hour and a half, 2 hour show where you're going to get your money's worth. Like, you're going to get a good performance.
Yes, indeed.
You're going to get a live vibe. And we thought that was important. And Kids Daniel just happens to be the right artist for that.
And
we thank God.
And I'm glad that you said that, because I know from all the places, it seems like Phoenix is, he's bringing back that Afrobeat, that Afro culture. Why do you think it is necessary? Necessary for Phoenix, not just Phoenix, but Tucson, Yuma, Flagstaff, the whole Arizona region. Why do you feel that it's necessary for Afrobeat to come and emerge? Because right now we have DJ Amy, we got Schoolboy. I mean, we got all those DJs out there who are pretty much doing, Afrobeats, the culture, reviving, that culture of the diaspora. What do you think that's very significant for Arizona to know that, it's here. It's here to stay, most definitely.
So, DJ Philo, you want to take that?
Yeah. So, I mean, over time, we've seen a lot of Africans here. A lot of Africans move here, and they're always looking for something. And we have a lot of African DJs.
Yes.
And at some point, we'll say, you know what? Let's come together. We have to. Let's not wait for somebody else to bring the culture here.
Yes.
We're here, and let's get the culture up and going. So just working together with DJs here and there. I mean, it's been time and time again. There's been several events going. We used to have Sunday night Afrobeat, which was popping. Then we went to Saturday events. We brought the culture to Scottsdale. We bring the culture to Glendale. Bring the culture everywhere. So what we want to do is just reignite that culture, but in a big way.
Yes.
In a big way, and tell everybody, you know, we are here. You can now see us, and we're not going anywhere. I mean, Phoenix is the
So we ain't going nowhere. He said it.
So to add to that, to add to what he's saying,
Yeah.
you've been to an Afrobeats event.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
There's this intangible vibe.
Mhm.
There's an energy in the room.
Mm-hmm.
There's a positive energy in the room with a lot of dancing and a lot of smiles on people's faces.
Yes.
And that vibe should be able to fit in anywhere. And we should be spreading as much of that joy across the board, across the race divide, across, you know what I mean? Like, we should be, that vibe right there is different than any vibe. I've been doing events for a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
You know this.
Yes, indeed.
I'm
Shut
coming.
520, baby.
Yes. Now, you know all the different things we've done, all the different markets we've impacted over the years, right?
Yes.
Out of everything we've done, this is the most rewarding work that I've done in my lifetime.
Oh,
I promise you. Now, this vibe, we want to share with everybody.
Yes.
It's been very, you know, when you have a good thing, sometimes we keep it to ourselves, but it's time to share it with everyone.
Yes.
And that's what we intend to do. Same with the fashion, same with the rest of the culture. There's what happens in Africa, and there's African lifestyles.
Yes.
And there's the perception of what happens in Africa and African lifestyles.
Yes. Correct.
We can fix that. We have the internet, we have ourselves, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to share entertainment, we're going to share fashion, we're going to share food, we're going to share our culture and our wisdom with the world.
Yes, indeed.
So it's Africa to everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
You want to add to this, boss? Because I mean, that was
nah.
Woo.
That
Just, you know, every time you talk, man, I gotta pay attention, man. But yeah, please, anything, because that was a real.
That was powerful, and,
Yes,
and
indeed.
he hit it right in the nail. I'm in the head because it's our time to tell our story. You know, that's what we're all doing here, just being able to rewrite our own story. You know, people have a perception of what they think Africa is. So if we can share Africa from our perspective, whether it's from music, from fashion, from food, you know, African Fest is bringing something where people can come and see something that's not negative. Normally when you hear about Africa, it's something negative, you know. So from our perspective, we'll have something that's positive, where anybody, doesn't matter your color, your background, you can come in there and feel like you're part of the family.
Yes. Africa is the world's best kept secret.
Correct.
I promise you. We're gonna reveal the secret.
I mean, this is so powerful, everything you say. And I remember about spending, but I know you actually said that last time we had a show, and I remember ever since you said that till this day, I still have it in my head when you brought that rebranding, you know, and speaking our own history. You know, pretty much, you know, telling our own stories, not allowing other folks to tell us, you know, who we are, where we're from. Now, I know there has been challenges. I know me coming to America, I have to pretty much, you know, I have to face those challenges as far as, you know, not just being a black person, but being a, you know, African, black or foreigner or immigrant. And I know even, you know, to advertise my culture, you know, my African culture to my peers out here, I know there has been, you know, it's been challenging. Even when I tell like the Afrobeats or DJ Philo, when you have, you know, your events in Scottsdale, or when the Miss Africa 2020 was held. Now I'm hearing great, you know, news, great prosperity about, you know, everything that we do in this, you know, in this region, everything that we put ourselves, everyone with the kids, Daniel, like to put that, even our peers from the Americas are interested of joining, you know, everything that we are, you know, thriving on. Right. Now I know from me, from immigrant talking, and I know that the challenge of America, unfortunately, you know, can be very real, you know, to us. What has been from the beginning to now those challenges to persuade, you know, the peers out here, not just our own, but, you know, African Americans, Latinos, all peers from all walks of life, to be able to like wear our clothes, you know, be able to, you know, say, hey, you know, we are also cultural, you know, we all in the same position, but we have a different culture, embrace and appreciate, just like we embrace hip hop, just like I love Wu-Tang Clan and
Shania Twain and stuff like that.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang forever. Wu-Tang forever, y'all. My bad. But as immigrants, what has been one of the great challenges that you have faced, that you have grasped, and also took that to to be prosperous? And I know we all have something that we use. Usually, I tell folks whatever motivates me is when people prove me wrong or they judge me from being, thinking, oh, this African person doesn't know anything, or I'm not smart enough. Mm-hmm. So I have to prove them 3-4 times that I'm, no, I can do it, but I can do it better. But if you give me the chance to do it better, I can actually thrive to be able to help you do it better, or we can do it together. So what was the challenges, man? Because I know me and you will go way back, man, trying to persuade folks to come to our parties, man. But I'm going to give the words to every one of y'all and the challenges of our prosperity.
The main challenge is overcoming perception.
Yes.
Perception shapes reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people perceive Africans and Africa in a way that isn't realistic. It's not, when you tell people you want to go to Africa, they're like, you're telling them you're flying into a plane, like, where do you land? How far do you have to ride do you guys ride horses or donkeys to your village?
Don't do this. I got some issues.
Do you understand? Like, do you understand? And when you're like, hey, you should go to Africa, and the first thing they tell you is, I've always wanted to go on safari.
No, don't do that. I got some issues with that too.
Well, look, it's only because no African goes on safari except the ones that work taking people from outside Africa on safari. It's not an actual thing that people do. Can you?
That's true.
It's like being African and seeing things from the perspective. Just put it in perspective. We're in Arizona, right?
Yes.
There are reservations all over the place, right? Can you imagine if National Geographic flew into Phoenix, didn't break out their camera and show you the beautiful downtown areas, beautiful Scottsdale, anything? They drove off on some Indian reservation, not even a nice reservation. They drove off on some reservation so far out that nobody even knows that lives in Phoenix existed. Then they go and film one of the Native American tribes doing some ritual that they've been doing since the dawn of time. And all of a sudden, people think that's the ritual. Like, oh yeah, you guys are you're in Phoenix. You guys got the Dakota Odom, and they they stand on sticks with nothing going on. Like you're like, man, what?
Just can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead, boss. But yes, elaborate.
I don't blame them. Whoever say that, I don't blame them because we're not telling our own story.
Mm-hmm.
Now we just started it.
Yes.
So what I learned this morning, I had a meeting with 2 Africans, and the study, what they do, the visibility study for their business. Mm-hmm. There are 270,000 Africans living in Arizona and the metropolitan area.
Yeah.
So I didn't know, I thought it's only 100 something, but 270,000. So where are we? We spread out, we don't care each other. So if we don't love each other, if we cannot come together and support each other, I don't know what we are expecting from others to say, oh, they say this and that. That's all, for me, it's a bullshit. We need to come together, work together, support each other. When someone does something, we all have to come, just like what Jewish people do, help each other, morally, you need to, financially, anything you can do, if you have, knowledge, experience, put it together, help each other, then we can shine together. Everybody can shine together.
And we have.
That's what it is. Now that's what happening because this guy, for example, Jesse, and I really appreciate him for what he's doing things and for his part.
Yes.
And I see that how he works, and especially in the Lagos Fashion Week. I never saw him working like day and night. Working, promoting. I'm like, what? That's amazing. And DJ Philo.
Yes,
for the last how many years you've been DJing here?
Wow, I've been DJing over 15 years.
Think about it. 15 years he was trying to promote Africa. So now is the time. So everybody come together. Let's help each other, support each other. Especially we need more young and professionals around us, so they can help us in technology and everything. Then there is nothing can stop us, and everybody can be much stronger. Let's lift each other. Let's support each other. Then we will see the Africa what we always believe and dream. One big Africa. I guess that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And I think for me, the biggest challenge has been redefining the word Africa, right?
Correct.
Normally when I say Africa, like we have African Fashion Weekend, I'm not curating it just for Africans, right? It's an all-inclusive word, like I don't see a black person like, oh, he's African American. You are African, and we need to get to a point where all black people own that word, The rest of the world, like I see Chinese people, they're like, yo, I'm African, We all need to own that, When we get to a point where African events are not just for Africans, right? Then we win. Because Phoenix is growing, and we need to make sure Black culture, African culture is part of that growth. We need to infuse that. I think the cities need to get involved. And big shout out to Tempe. I'm gonna do that right now. Big shout out to the city of Tempe for being involved. And we're hoping that the city of Phoenix can do the same thing, and same with Scottsdale.
Yeah.
We need all their support to bring this culture, because we're doing it for the passion, right? And collectively, all of us here put our money to push the culture for the city.
Well, that's a big area of opportunity in Arizona cities.
Correct.
Tempe's realized that.
Correct.
Right? Once you've experienced, there's such a plethora of African culture. Right. Even in one country like Nigeria, how many 500 tribes?
Yep.
Each with their own thing.
Nigerians can be everywhere.
They know they're taking over, man. They're taking over, man. Like, it's that money move.
You know what? It's not so much money. Like, we understand, like, from a very young age, we are taught to push excellence.
Mm-hmm.
We are taught that we, are like pride in our culture.
Correct.
And we push that. Like, it's actually, a friend of mine said it's probably one of Nigeria's superpowers is its ability to spread its culture abroad. Like, we love doing that. I hear a lot of things, like a lot of narratives out here, like cultural appropriation. That is not something that we think about. Like, oh, an Asian person is wearing our garment. Fantastic. Like, good. More. We have more in the back.
Please, we're very proud.
Yeah, we would love that. Like, we want our culture out there. It validates our lifestyle. Like, it validates everything behind us. Like, this is what we're taught from a very young age. Right now, I think more than ever, there's an alignment of there has been a lot of African excellence in Arizona, and it's showing. People are starting to recognize. Out of state, I've been getting more phone calls from people from out of state taking an interest in the things that are happening in Arizona than our own backyard, which is how things usually work, right?
That's that shows you are doing something right.
Yeah, I will tell you right now that the smart money's on Africa. Like, if you want to invest in something that's going to grow, it's African culture, African music, African foods. African food, in my opinion, is the next big break in the market. And right now, they're still they're at the future state, we're trying to figure out how to get African food to the global market, right? But it's coming. It's coming. It's going to be just like, exactly. We have Asian foods. A lot of them. We had Chinese food for years. Mm-hmm. Italian food is huge, was and is still huge. Yeah. We have Indian food that's broken the market lately, right? And African foods are going to be the next big thing. And we're better for each type of food that we've ingested into our diet, right? Like, this is a big area of opportunity for not just cities and states in Arizona, but in other places as well. But, like I said, those that realize that the smart money is in Africa right now, they'll prosper. You know what I mean? Like, they'll understand. what it is. If I have my own site, like touch on what Annabelle was saying, we do need to start investing in our own thing. And it doesn't mean that you have to spend a lot of money. Go out and you wear collar shirts to work every day. I'm sure your HR department's not going to have a problem walking in wearing something like I'm wearing right now. And guess who made this? It wasn't made in China.
Yeah.
It wasn't made in, you know what I mean? It was made by somebody local here that's African, or it was made in Africa.
True.
And we get that, and we're putting and investing into our own marketplace first. Because once we do that, once we really realize, like, you know, we wear a lot of European clothes, and I love it. I have so many shirts and ties. You know that I'm
saying that's why I got my jacket today. I was ready, bro. I was ready.
But
I was real ready.
It feels that clothing feels better to me to wear that on a regular day basis. And you should be thinking, we should all be thinking as Africans how to build a wardrobe to the point where we can just dress how we dress back home.
Yes.
Every day.
Indeed.
And be comfortable. Because there's a lane for it. There's an opening. There people are welcoming. Like, it's not like before in the old days where you had to wear a certain uniform. Every culture is able to wear what they want to wear when they want to wear it nowadays. Why aren't we adapting to that?
And to get it back to the concert, right? It's part of the reason for the concert, part of the reason for African Fest, part of the reason for Lagos PHX is when you come in, you're able to experience all of that in one place.
Yes.
So you come to the concert, you will experience the Afrobeat movement. You will have the African food. We'll have African food vendors there. It's going to be there. You're going to experience the fashion because we encourage you to go all out. Like, just go to the back of your closet,
bring it all out.
Bring it all out. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy. Let's connect. Let's network. Correct.
It was the boss man who said it too. Just right now, she's in the background, y'all. Shout out to Oprah Winfrey, all the money movement, wifey type, Beyonce money. You know what I'm saying? I need that $2 check, y'all.
We need
Sign
to thank
checks.
them too because again, the woman involvement is very huge.
Yes.
Especially when I do the African Fest in the USA.
Yes.
95% of the people who organize was women.
Correct.
And very young and professionals.
Yep.
So we need more women to involve, just like Jesse's wife. She is an amazing person, she's helping behind, she's working, and I want to appreciate that. Actually, we need to
definitely keeps us in check.
Yeah.
You know what? Too many guys are around. We tend to. Yeah, she definitely keeps us in check.
So we have to thank all the women, I guess, to help us in doing everything.
Yeah. Well, bless all the queens out there making the moves and everything. Well, I got something for y'all. I was ready too, because Kids Daniel's here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got some Kids Daniel for you guys.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
something for you.
You know what I'm saying? I told you, I stay ready. I stay ready, yo. Everybody, for the culture, live interview. I have Kids, and don't worry, we're gonna continue the top 18 requested, but right now, I want y'all to enjoy this real great interview about Africa, about investing into yourself, but also some business talk. Because after the Kids Daniel song, we're going to talk about investing within us. And Brother Jesse, Brother Annabelle is your fellow, and the whole culture just brought that up into the forefront. And for those out there who don't realize that this is actually entertainment, fashion, cuisine, and music, y'all. I just realized that right now. I just realized it's like a whole package right here. It's like I can take y'all in and say, here, sell it for everybody out there. For the culture, Kids Daniel, y'all already know how we do. It's the Yaggah Man Radiocast. Yeah. All right. That's the new one. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all got 20 minutes. You got 20 minutes.
No, we'll have the concert.
Yeah, just, something like that. Oh, yes.
I don't own the right of this music, so don't call. Don't cut me up. Don't cut me up. We're in the building, Kids Daniel, November 23rd, y'all, at the press room. Hey, brother to the building. We on point. Oh, bro, you better join me. You better join me. You better join me. Hey. Woo! 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 Let's get back, baby. Let's get back. Yeah. All right. I do not own the copyright of the
Hey.
Oh yeah. You know how we do, y'all. DJ Push Play. Oh yeah, none of that going out there to grab another break of wine. Yes, indeed. I got DJ in the building there. You already know. Radio Phoenix, one way you can support Radio Phoenix is by becoming one of our members. For as little as $35 per year, members receive discounts, savings, and other benefits provided by our membership program partners. And don't forget, the membership fee is tax deductible. For more information to sign up, you can call 480-829-5746 or go online to radiophoenix.org. Click on the support tab at the top and then become a member on the drop-down menu. We thank you for your generous support of community radio. Kids Daniel, November 23rd. That's next Saturday, y'all. Just get your tickets.
So let's get to that.
You know what I'm saying? Man.
So hold on. Woo. Where we at? What's that?
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the way. Radio Phoenix Facebook right there. I see you guys.
Somebody else's Facebook.
You know what I'm saying? I see y'all. And this is my little personal thing, but I keep on getting kicked out. I want to give a shout out to Ladina Porter. I want to give a shout out to Emily Ann Jones. Hey. Man, thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? November the 23rd, Kids Daniel. And I want to give a shout out to Amanda Roberts. Thank you for the heart, most definitely. I see you. All you sexy ladies out there, thank y'all for making us looking sexy, all right? All the wives out there, all right? Y'all heard what the boss man said. Respect your wife, okay? Respect your wife. That's what I got to say.
Period. Don't get married if you can't respect her.
Respect your wife, all right? Take care of her. Just respect your wife. I say, that's it. I'm done.
That's the job.
Man, that's the job right there. That's the job right there, yo. Now, we got Kids Daniel, man. Just very excited for that. Now, I know you brought something that was very interesting about investing in us. Boss man, we talked about that, about investing within us. And I feel that right now, it seems that there's an emergence of prosperity amongst the diaspora, amongst Africans, from all region. DJ Philo, doing big things. You are also getting, prosper in different areas. But I know we have a long way to go. We have a long way of, bringing all of us, together. Like Brother Annabelle said about going to this event and pretty much, finding, mind life.
So one of the things one of the things you want to do is you have to respect yourself and what you got going on, right?
Right.
Man, one of the things we've been getting is why the ticket prices are so high. And the ticket prices are so low in comparison. This is top 5 artists in all of Africa.
Yep.
Period. Hands down. We all know Kiss's music. Like Kiss is Yaggah is one of my favorite songs of all time. Period. I'm not just talking about Afrobeat music, just in general. Like, we are going to respect ourselves.
Yes.
And we're going to stop putting we're gonna stop putting Africa last, and we're gonna put ourselves first, right? Just I mean, the community is, from what I can see, what's going on nowadays. The community is not very much different than the Jewish community in the first half of last century.
Yeah.
Right? We're starting to emerge, and we're starting to communicate and network amongst each other, and there is this Pan-Africa mentality that has been growing for a while now, that is starting to just explode. And there's business-minded people that have been raised in that Pan-African mentality that are coming into power right now, that have influence and that are doing the good work that's getting done right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how things are growing. It's not growing out of a place of, it's not growing because Africans aren't supporting each other, because they are. That is the trend right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Africans are very into being African. I was watching an interview at the Breakfast Club. I was watching.
Show Me the God. And,
yeah.
I love that show. I love that show too.
Was it Burner Boy that was, and they were talking about they were talking about going to Nigeria.
Yes.
Right? And they were talking about back in the day, they've been DJing and they've been to Nigeria before, and you were playing hip hop. And they're still playing hip hop music. But if you aren't playing Afrobeat music in Nigeria right now, you are not playing music. Like, it will fire you.
That's everywhere, not just Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's everywhere in Africa right now.
Everywhere.
Hip hop music is like
second fiddle right now in many places,
okay,
even in Europe.
I need a break from Afrobeat. I'm gonna throw in some current hip hop. Right? Let me throw in one or two future, and then we just switch it back to Afrobeat.
Yeah, bro. Afrobeat is a movement, and Kiss Daniel just happens to be one of the leaders of that movement, and we are so excited and so happy to have him coming down. He's actually in the U.S. now. He's in New York. My partner is flying out to meet him, and his manager and some of the band members, and they'll be flying here soon. And go to For the Culture AZ. When he touches down in the airport, we'll have live video of him touching down in the airport, and we'll be releasing that soon. And as soon as he gets down to Arizona, we're very excited to have him, his team, and his band, and we're excited for this show. Like, this show, this is a great opportunity for us to great opportunity for us to kind of showcase the culture, right? Mm-hmm. There are very few opportunities like this where we can invite everybody out to see what they've been missing, because this has been a missing piece of everyone's lifestyle.
Yes,
that they just don't know they're missing. It's like like meeting that girl, that gal that just makes things click in your life, right?
Right.
This is the African culture, right? Oh my God, thank you. We're speaking my language. We're speaking my language. I know some of you can't see me, but I didn't get this big. Not loving food.
Gotta eat our okra stew and saying, some of that.
Some pounded yam.
Some pounded yam. Okay, now I'm going to eat something.
It took a lot of work to get to this level. Like, there were a lot of meals that I could have passed up, and I was like, nah, I'm just gonna see this through to the end.
He's eating good right now. He's eating good right now. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And just to add on what Jesse said, so when it comes to the investing in ourselves, we do have, so a situation like this, Kiss Daniel coming. So we do have all these, like sponsor companies coming together. They're all African owned, if I could call it that.
Yes.
When you do a fashion show with Lagos Phoenix, you see all these African businesses come together to showcase either their product or their food or their culture. You have professionals saying, you know what, I want to be a part of this. And our next big event after the Kiss Daniel is the African Fest. And that's where you will see all these things all come into one place for one big weekend. And so look out for that. Kiss Daniel is coming, then followed by, African Fest. So as we continue to do this, we get all these, this is our opportunity to see all these businesses come forward. We do have a lot of Africans with businesses, and these different opportunities for them to showcase their business, what they're building out there. And you know, we do have people like lawyers, and we do have accountants, and we do have all these people who in the background, you know, you might not see them, but sometimes we go to them with questions and say, hey, how do we handle this? And they help us in the background. So you know, with time we'll be able to, you know, they'll be able to come up, show up, and you know, expand their businesses through these types of networking events.
Indeed. Man, yeah.
And I think the thing is, if you're listening to us and you feel like you can contribute to what we're doing, please, you don't have to be African to be part of our team. Please reach out to us, reach out for the culture, you know, African Fest. If you need to be a DJ, which he's been teaching me how to DJ. One of these days,
oh my God, someone
DJ Fellow, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Fellow, the top DJ in AZ region.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, DJ Philo is a special human being that does special human being things. Like, if you see this man DJing a Russian wedding, K-pop event, like, he will play music in places from Africa you think they're still beating drums. Like, you just won't believe the amount of music in this man's library and his ability to create that vibe.
Yes, indeed.
It's a talent. Like, DJ Philo is, man, you know what? Shout out to really all of our DJs.
Yes.
Schoolboy, Cali, Mo. I want to shout out DJ Tillich, DJ Nuga. Oh my God, Fab. Like, the team it's probably the top DJ team I've ever witnessed in my life. I could be wrong, but I'll bet against anybody else that my team is better than yours. I promise.
And we'll put
our money up.
We'll put our money up for that.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. The other thing is, when you come to the Kiss Daniel show,
yes,
you know, bring your professionalism. Like, it's kind of a networking event too. You know, introduce yourself with your own people there. You know, share what you can do for the community or for the others. Business, even if you introduce your business, you know, it's not easy. You know, it's all networking now. The networking, we know who you are. We can help, or you can help us. Everybody can help each other. And we also have, just before Thanksgiving, a day before that,
yes, sir,
we're gonna have a flag party. The flag party is gonna be supporting this fundraising event for African Fest USA 2020. But bring your flag and represent your culture, your country, and we're gonna have a fun that night.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, we have things planned for the flag party. Right now they're still, what do they say? They're still in the kitchen, still cooking.
Cooking in the kitchen, y'all. Cooking in the kitchen.
Flag party is gonna be epic.
Man, especially that the entire country, the U.S. is going to be off that next Thursday. So there's no excuse for those of you that have not had an opportunity, that normally have to work weekends, haven't had a chance to experience that Afrobeat vibe.
Yes.
My God, I can't tell you what you're missing out on. Like, it is the best time you can possibly have. Like, I can't. Am I lying though?
No. You tell the truth. I mean, you keep it real. You keep it real.
Honestly, like, there's
no idea.
There's so many different ways to have fun, and I've had it in many fashions, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I've done events. I've done EDM events. I've done rock music. I've done country music. I've done hip hop a lot, but Afrobeat music, there's something about the crowd, the vibe, the energy in that room that just makes you happy to be alive. Like, and then when you leave with a smile on your face, and you leave with a memory in your head. And that's the thing that we want to create in the first place, right?
Yes.
Anybody in the entertainment business will tell you that they have a million reasons for doing the things that they do. But at the end of the day, the goal is to create great memories, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because having great memories is more important than every dollar you'll ever make in your life. And it's the thing that's gonna validate your life at the end of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all want to make sure that we had a great time and accomplish something. We all want to build something before we go, and we all want to have some great memories with the people that we love and the friends and family members that matter. And shout out to the friends that become family too.
Yes,
and these are the type of places that you make that kind of connection. So
I would like for you to stay, Fioki, because I have the top 4. And big up to Shy Boy Yaya told me that to tell you that you like his music. Can't you see is the #1? So I got so Shy Boy,
Big up.
Number one in the Arizona Afrobeat charts.
Yo,
Shy Boy, Cash
yeah. We're gonna play it right now, so y'all already know how we do. So we're gonna put the top 4 left right now. So y'all stay tuned with the Yaggah Man Radiocast, y'all.
What do you mean now?
Yes, so. Yes, so.
I'm gonna play some. Yeah, he told me to tell you that. Yeah, Shabo, I told him that already. I told him. He said no, you like his music. His music is number one. What's next? You do my business stuff. Yo, and me. Yeah, like no name. I was like, now you in real life.
This is Diva D.
Now see in real life.
Radio.
Bro, let me give you a little bit, because
coming to you from Arizona. We wait for our sunshine to come back because it is cold here. And also, I would like to let my listening audience know this is a very holy season. It's called Yummy Hall. I know you never heard that, but honey, you heard it on the Yaggah movement here with my brother.
So I'm going to the festival.
What?
Yes.
Kwanzaa.
Yeah. I do apologize. I know my contact before, but yeah,
So African Americans.
Can't you see the things you do to me, baby? Can't you see? Hey, trust me, I know I'm please. I'm begging you, please. Can't you see? Oh, girl, this feeling of it, I got to feel. Can't you see? My face is my black boy, it is for your kids.
You have my bread?
I can't even lie. This feeling of it, I'm feeling inside. You see what was in the other song? I swear I love you. I gotta let you know, say I need you. I gotta let you know, say I want you. Hey, can't you see? Can't you see the things you do to me, baby? Can't you see? I don't know why people are calling me up. I do apologize. But y'all can follow me up to YouTube. We are live on YouTube. Let me see us on YouTube. Can't you see? Oh, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the blessings. Thank you. Shy boy, yeah, can't you see?
Can't you see everything? You're my guy, you're my king, you're the man.
Oh, it's rhythmic right now.
I'm not sure. I do apologize. Facebook has to cut me off, so I don't know what's going on. I can't see it. So I don't know. So I'm sorry. And I do appreciate everybody out there who's listening to the show right now. Kids Daniel, November 23rd. Get your tickets. Listen, get your ticket right there on Eventbrite. And you can either get the VIP, you can either get can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see? Girl, you got me crazy, baby. Thank you, Elijah. I'm gonna get a shot. Elijah O'Neal, I couldn't know.
O'Neal, O'Neal African Market.
Big shout out to O'Neal Markets. Big shout out to, I hope I said the name right, Alicia O'Neal, Akologo, most definitely. Big shout out to you for giving us the blessings. November 23rd, Kids Daniel, get your tickets. You already know how we do. Blessings. Oh my God. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. We're not done yet, so I do appreciate everybody who are joining us right now. Can't you see? Can't you see the things you do to me, baby? Can't you see? Hey, can't you see? Can't you see the things you let me crazy, baby? I don't know how to say. Hey, Can't you see? I don't know what's going on. My Facebook keeps on cutting off. Can't you see? I hope I get all this like this. Can't you see? Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Can't you see?
Two.
Africa Fest, USA, for the culture. Niggas Kids Daniel. Niggas Kids. Don't you know? Live next Saturday, the Fresh Room. Don't you know? Get your ticket right now. We got to DJ Philo. 1 week away, 1 week, 7 days. Okay, bang, day, so we for the culture, y'all. Africa Fest, USA. What?
Trying to get me between the sheets. Paragraphs work on a concrete stand that's French, but I will never work.
What would you do?
Me in progress, I don't know obligations. We don't share relations. We listen, I see the frustrations. Sorry, honey, not explanations. Absolutely grinding in your matches, taking mad trips, minding our own, minding our flips. The papa run me love, y'all let the tradition bring us that trend. Thank
you so much. You guys, go to my page because everybody up here is telling you, got no billboards, shit. I think this is the part of the year right here. That's the part of the year. That is the part of the year. That is the party of the year. I know there's a black around here. Like this right there, I mean, everybody wants to talk about I like to see that.
Oh, you just click with the slip right outside.
Like I know that boy. Well, what you do? What? And you know that is, right? Hallelujah, amen.
I'm coming with the soup, I'm slipped around here.
So, after the song, we have 10 minutes, so anything that we need to advertise, any public sometimes not contact me. I'm gonna give y'all like 10 minutes, so to everybody in the next, but we're gonna do the next time. Next time, you're all gonna try.
Don't get excited.
Oh, man,
you don't want to.
That's BS.
You don't want to win that.
No, that's BS. You know that BS. That was all.
You want to win at the polls. Where it matters.
That's why I was like, look, it's up to us. Like a double train. It's not happening. Yeah, I know we like, but who cares, y'all? Who cares? Jesse, for the culture.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Emeka, Aniba, DJ Fellow, for the culture, African Fest USA. We appreciate everybody out there showing love, man. Thank y'all for coming through for the show. Make sure you get your tickets, Kids Daniel, next Saturday, November 23rd. Okay? November 23, okay? 2-3, 7 p.m. at the press room. All right? They're going to make sure they're next up for you. So y'all know how it is. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, this is what I'm talking about right here, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is unity right here. You know what I'm saying? For those out there who are watching me, or who have been watching the Radiocast, you know what I'm saying? This is Yaggah right here. This is Yaggah right here. You know what I'm saying? This is prosperity. This is unity. You know what I'm saying? All that little ignorance that y'all be hearing on the streets about African men don't come together, or African people don't come together, or black folks don't come together. Y'all see the proof right here in the pudding.
African men don't cheat.
African black men don't cheat. African men never cheats. And don't even, I'm telling you right now, African men never cheats. You know what I'm saying? Who lied to you? Don't listen to Maury. You know, don't listen to Maury, all right? You know what I'm saying? The lie that they can say, I told the truth. But we don't cheat, damn it. But this is unity right here. You know what I'm saying? Respect your queens. Respect your wives at home. You know what I'm saying? Respect your women, man. Respect your queens at the crib. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for a queen, these brothers will not be out here at the Yaggah Radiocast via Radio Phoenix. So please respect the queen out there. Boss lady, thank you. God bless you. You already know. Leo gang. Leo gang. Leo gang. Brakata. up, bang, 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 bang. Gang. Y'all already know how we do. Yes, indeed. So, alright, we got 9 minutes. So, pretty much get your IG. So it's gonna be a PSA from each one of y'all. So, pretty much,
Let's just share a social media site.
yes, actually from the kids that know. You can announce the music aspect. You can announce the food. You announce the actual event in the after party. So I'm gonna go in the after party. This is an after party. This is an after party. Is it after party? I mean, is that after? It's an exclusive. Oh, ladies.
No, we're going to.
Damn.
We're going on.
Oh, yeah, ladies, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm gonna get in. Damn. To be announced. Damn. To be announced soon.
TVA, ladies and gentlemen.
Clean be right there.
The after party. That's TVA. It should be around.
To be announced. Yes.
Hot tea.
And everybody shows up there, and then the real address.
Yes.
Hot tea after hot tea.
African men don't cheat. That's what I said. I want to say that live right now.
Yeah, for real.
African men don't cheat.
Yes,
I mean, we were just saying, we were just playing about, on the real, black men don't cheat, African men don't cheat. So, ladies, get yourself a good African man out there, all right? A good one. West, east, north, south, a good one, all right? Who got a brain, mentality, and can make you some money and take it to his mom with some good meat and everything like that.
You should have 6 wives, but we don't cheat on
we don't cheat, all right? You know what I'm saying? 6 wives, Monday to Friday, and then to a special Sunday. Please, Daniel, November 23rd.
23 November.
Oh, my 25th.
We can't wait, bro.
We go African time. Man, but I'm going to say, man, Jesse, Bossman Anibal, Emeka, DJ Philo, man, God bless y'all for coming through.
Thank you.
Bless y'all for coming through.
Thank you for having
me. You know what I'm saying? No, thank y'all for coming through. Y'all already know I always love to see my peoples coming out here, and I'm always elated, you know what I'm saying, to see my peoples not just thriving by making moves and doing big things. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we need. We need to, like Brother said, rebrand our culture. You know what I'm saying? Speak our own history. And Kids Day is going to be live next Saturday at the press room. And I know.
Speaking of history, right?
Yes. Like, speaking of history, I'm going to let y'all elaborate. So we're going to start with Brother Philo. DJ Philo is going to pretty much elaborate on the special event, the event of the year, as I call it. Yes, it is the event of the year, all right? So I don't know what y'all saying, but that's the event of the year, all right? So decade here, because 2020 is about to come. So that's the event of the decades, the last event of the decade. I know there's more, but Kids Daniel, November 23rd, and I know you got some things about the Kids Daniel, so please share that with all of my peoples, man. Yaggah.
All right. 23 November or November 23rd. It's 1 week from now. Kids Daniel. Follow us on social media for the Culture AZ on Facebook. Myself, follow me at DJ Philo. That's THEDJPHILO. There DJ Philo on all social media. Now, if you'd like to be on Snapchat, I'm trying to figure out this whole Snapchat thing. I'm 51 on Snapchat. Right. It's still 2019. Maybe by 2020, I would have figured out the whole Snapchat thing. But again, follow us. We have events coming. Every month we got something. Kids Daniel show. We are concierge every Saturday.
Yes.
We have a big African flag party coming.
Yes.
African Fest flag party coming. Again, you have no idea what we got cooking. Right? And then
get that okra.
We still got the whole month of December before the year is out. So it's gonna be big. We'll close out big and start out bigger. So again, follow our social media. If you want to know what we're doing, we have a page for the Culture AZ on Facebook. And Instagram, same thing. For the Culture AZ, we have everything there. Everything that's happening in the valley will be on those pages.
Yaggah. Boss man. I know you got some announcement, man. Kids Daniel. November 23 November.
That's what's happening.
Yes.
What should you wear?
What should I wear? Yes.
Man, wear this.
Hey.
Wear that.
Look fly.
Wear a t-shirt. Wear a button up, but whatever you do not miss Kids Daniel. I think, it's an important event. For us, it's holiday season. Bring your girlfriend. All of them.
All of them.
Come with a group, come network, bring your business card. If you see us, grab a picture. We're going to have a bunch of photographers and videographers covering the whole night. So if you see us, just grab a photo, network, give us a business card so we can keep in contact. Follow Lagos Phoenix, that's LAGOSPHX on Instagram and Facebook. Follow For the Culture.
DJ Philo.
Yes, that DJ Philo. My DJ, what are we doing now? What are we going to do now?
DJ
Primera. DJ Push Play coming soon. So never be there you. Yes.
You heard it here first.
Yes.
DJ Push Play.
That's true. Here first. It's coming soon, Yeah. African Fest USA on Instagram and Facebook, Annabelle Cafe Lalibaba. Like, listen, if you haven't tried African food, that's the night for you to come try it. We're gonna have suya.
Oh my God.
Oh, listen, we're gonna have suya. We're gonna have fried plantain, fried yam. We have. Like, listen, but just talk. I'm gonna stop making myself hungry.
Yes.
All right. November 23rd is gonna be the largest African festival in Arizona history.
Yes.
This is never been done like this before, right? So you don't want to miss that. Come, join us. Let's celebrate Africa together.
Yes.
And me by myself, I'm gonna be a vendor there. I will provide Ethiopian food. So come and try our Ethiopian food there.
Yes.
Or come to our restaurant. It's called Cafe Lalibela Ethiopian Restaurant in Tempe, the first African restaurant in Arizona.
Yes.
And we've been 23 years out there. So come experience Africa there. And see you next Saturday.
Indeed, Saturday, November 23rd.
Annabelle has also contributed and bought about 4 tickets for you to give away. To your listeners. So, afterwards, pick some of the people that joined in on the live feed.
Okay.
And give some of his tickets away. We'll give you those tickets after we get out of here.
Y'all heard it.
Yeah.
For the culture, 4 free tickets, y'all, for whoever joined this broadcast. 4 free tickets. Y'all heard this right now. So I'm going to share this YouTube, Facebook. If you heard this, call 602-354-8823 or text 310-295-7046. Ladies, 4 tickets, ladies. Kids, Daniel, I know you'll be excited, man. He said it, not me. He gave them tickets to Radio Phoenix, man. Not me, all right? I'm going to be there, but ladies,
Annabelle,
call.
Tickets.
All right, hey, she's giving them tickets.
USA.
Boss lady, you need to come and say something, boss lady, because them girls are going to be looking for me. I don't want them to be calling my phone in here. So you got to come and say this real quick. We got 1 minute. 1 minute. Free tickets, free 4 tickets, ladies. Free 4 tickets. Leo Gang, Annabelle, aka Nick Leo Gang. The boss lady.
And definitely big shout out to Mina Market, African Market. And if you want some fresh goat meat, go there.
Ooh. Cheapest prices in town for all African food. Period. Man, not to mention the biggest sponsor of this show, hands down. The shout out to O'Neill and Omina African Market.
And his wife.
And his wife,
Bless.
Yes.
So quick announcement for the 4 tickets before we go.
Yes.
So 4 tickets, you say, I heard you got 4 tickets.
4 tickets, Annabelle.
All right. So
give them from
the boss lady. So she wants to have 4 tickets. And you already know how we do.
Yes.
And I want to say thanks for everybody. Y'all need to call 602-354-8823. We on point upcoming next. And I want to say what's up to everyone. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Kids Daniel, next Saturday, November 23rd. Get your tickets or call 602-354-8823. Jesse, thank you so much. Hey, Mecca, thank you so much. DJ Philo, bless up.
Thank you for having us.
Annabelle, thank you. Annabelle, Boss Lady, Leo Gang. We on Push coming up next. The Galloway Show every Sunday. Soul Star Live, and I got them tickets. Look at this. I feel excited.
Show them the tickets.
Tickets, y'all. Tickets. We on point. Coming up next. Yaggah. Next Saturday, November 23rd. Kids Daniel.
Yeah.
Tickets, call 602-354-8823, y'all.
Yes, Daniel. We need to the picture. Yes. Hold on. Bless. Thank you. Hold on. Oh,
Wishes to thank underwriter Los Compadres Restaurant.
Los Compadres is in the heart of the 19 North Corridor in Phoenix.
Information and reservations on Jazz Night, dinner, drink specials, and reservations at 602-864-0043.
Follow Los Compadres PHX on Facebook and Instagram.
Programs on Radio Phoenix are supported financially by the Womack Cocktail Lounge, Phoenix, Arizona, 7th Street south of Bethany Home. The Womack provides a walk back in time with dining, dancing, eclectic live music, and vintage playlists. Open 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. daily. Find the Womack on Facebook, Instagram, and thewomack.us.
Hi, this is Gene Knight. Listen to my program, Cafe Jazz on Radio Phoenix, the big band bebop and beyond show that specializes in original vinyl recordings. Remember, Cafe Jazz, only on Radio Phoenix, where the valley comes to talk, sing, and connect.
Cafe Jazz with Gene Knight, late Sunday, early Monday at midnight on Radio Phoenix.
I'm the other brother.
Do you wanna be great? Do you wanna be? Do you wanna be this? Do you wanna be great? Oh, do you wanna be? Do you wanna be great? It's time to shift the culture, move with focus. Rise above and lose the vultures. It's time to fly when noses close to you, keep running it down. Yeah, off my chest, no more excuses. Scared to death, but I can't lose grip. I'm scared to jump, I'm scared to fail. I'm scared of you, I'm scared of myself. But what it's like if I can't leave?
Hey, y'all stay tuned. Check us out. All I want you to do is just check us out. We're on point. I'm your host, Trey. We got a lot to say today. We do.
Cause I'm gonna be great. Gonna be. I'm gonna be great. Gonna be great. Gonna be great. I'm gonna be great.
Yo. Swear the goal is to be bigger than everyone before us. Gotta show my son and daughter that just because they're your idols, that don't mean they won't be rivals. I'm looking at it like Allison, man. I'm just trying to show them it's all in the passion. I got dreams bigger than life, only I could imagine. Just want my expectations, it was meant to be to have that. So I'd rather overdo everything than have that. That's why I remain to speak my piece and stand my ground. Keep my head high, won't swallow pride. Just take my time, won't compromise for nobody, cause we all can be somebody. Somebody gotta figure out what you wanna be rather than just a wannabe. Donnell Jones, cause this is where I wanna be. A lot of my past, but there's so much more in front of me. Greatness, history in the making, you can't fake this. Lately I've been realizing it's all in what you make it. Amazing, it's gracious, my gracious. I want you to embrace this dream that I'm envisioning, this life that we've been living this. Never been this critical, some say that it's ridiculous how we never given in like version, but it's never been this urgent. A feeling that's so intimate. Greatness, Jordan, Jackson, greatness, you, me, greatness.
Oh, no.
My knees high. My knees and my fingers. Oh yeah, we got Jana right here. Oh, the big one like that?
No, it's my guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one is not that.
And welcome. We're back right here. We're on point. I'm your host, Trey. And this week, we got to talk a little bit. Last week we had some things that was running, and I know we had a man at the hour, and some people were like, hey, there were some things that we missed. We had some things that we missed. But I'm glad that you're here to join us again this week on We're on Point on RadioPhoenix.org, where our community comes to dance, to sing, to connect. And we're going to be kicking off our first part of the hour with our man of the hour. And but I also want to let you guys know what we're going to be spitting on a little bit too. There's some things that's been coming up that we got to talk about. And there's some things that's been coming up that we got to talk about. I want you guys to be in the know. So there's been a lot of salt, some shade thrown at our girl, Monique. I don't know why, but it has been. You know, it has been. And the question is, how come? How come? How come everybody throwing shade at this female? You know, and Monique has taken on the drive to file suit against Netflix for discrimination and monetary discrimination, gender discrimination. And when it comes about your dollars, there are people who actually work towards making sure that they have their best thing jumping. And if that's not happening, you got to ask. You have to ask, how do you see it? So that's what we're talking about today, on how do you see it after I'm into the hour. And for those of you that have been keeping up with the Byron Allen Comcast thing, that's humongous. Listen, 1862, there was a bill is considered as the first civil rights bill that was introduced and made into law. Its job was to initially state that all of those individuals not indigenous to the Americas of a deeper melanin, derived from, born out of, or brought into slavery on a freed position have the right to enjoy the labors of ownership for business. They were able to practice entrepreneurialism, and they were able to work in building businesses and able to contribute equally as members of the society to which they'll be able to give back, and not that of labored stock. Okay, I want you to listen to that. If you're not labored stock, that means you are not an animal. Feel me? If you are not labored stock, you're not an animal. You're not that thing. You've heard of slave labor. It's a cliche. But slave labor is what they put Clydesdales through, oxen through, pigs through, cows through, chickens through. The thing is they're doing everything for just feed and board. And so that actually lends to the fact that people who were slaves were listed as animals. They were considered as livestock. You see what I'm saying? They were considered as livestock. So because they were considered as livestock, now you have to take into consideration that there were people who looked at them as not human. Because you don't look at a horse as human. You don't look at a pig as human, do you? No. You don't look at cows as human. You know, they're part of the human scenario, the human landscape, the human canvas, but they're not human. So our issue therein was this now validated the fact that minorities, Hispanics, Native Americans or Indigenous Americans, and African descendant Americans were they were able to participate in building commerce. Okay, jump ahead. Now, mind you, this bill is only 150 years old. You're like, well, damn, that's far. Okay, if you have a nana that's 90 years old, listen, if you have a grandmother, a nana that's 90 years old, that means it's only 60 years removed before her. That means that's her mother. Your grandmother's mother. Your great-grandparents. Yeah, like that. So 150 years ago, this was introduced. Comcast decided to take this position that Byron Allen had to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt at 100%, no pause. That means there could be no room for error. Hell, even in sex, there's error. Oops, sorry, babe. I didn't know it was that old. Look, my thing is, that would be damn near impossible to prove at 100% without somebody saying, we do not want you to do business with us simply because of the color of your skin. And no, this isn't the card. So for those who are listening and saying, he's about to pull the card. No, he's not. He's not pulling the card. Here's something about the card. It's in a deck. The deck has been played. It's on the table. And only the ignorant, I'll put it in ebonics, ignorant, the I-G-N-I-N-T. The ignorant, the blind, the outlandishly obtuse. That's a word that I know, even though I'm brown. Look, my thing is, these individuals, these are the people who look at this and say, oh my God, he's a big